Hey Wompers! In this video I'll show you why the curve primitive is the most powerful tool you have for modeling with Womp and how you can use it to make your very own models, allowing you to build and draw out shapes unlike our other primitives. Let's dive straight in with a little introduction to its features. We can find the curve in our primitive menu at the top bar. Naturally, it will come with 2 points that connect, and we can keep adding however many points we want to by duplicating the points with Ctrl D and then drag the points to draw with them. When we click on curve 1 in the scene list at the left, we can see the settings of the curve in the menu at the right. Here we can exchange the primitive the curve is based on. Below in the same menu we can find the slider for roundness, which interprets the transition between our curve points as a smoother path at high values and a straighter line or sharper corner at low values. Then we have the density that determines how many shapes the curve is made of. A low density can, for example, be used to have equidistant gaps between the shapes. To fill these gaps for a smooth line, be sure to keep a high density and a little bit of goop strength. Goop strength is the amount curve points blend with each other. Balancing goop and density is the key in determining the thickness and smoothness of your curve. Important to note here is that this is the properties menu of the whole curve itself. When we click on point 1, we enter the properties menu of the selected point or the shape. Having a point selected, we can, for example, stretch the primitive or add roundness to the actual shape, which also helps with smooth curves. So this was a little introduction to the features of the curve. Now let's put it into action. Some of you have wondered how to draw out the text or graphic design we show in our reels. As an example, I'll show you how to make a simple star using a simple sphere-based curve. In the menu at the right, we can also set a color and material for the specific point or the whole curve. Let's select a nice glossy pink. After deleting the second curve point, we take point 1 and duplicate it by holding down Alt or Shift on a Mac and drag a new point out of it. Note here that the curve will adjust itself with every new point, so keep the flow of the curve in mind. When we then form a full star like this, we can play around with the roundness in the curve settings to make it edgy or round it up. Next up, I'll show you how we can use a cylinder-based curve in combination with the mirror to easily form a heart shape. For that, we activate the mirror on the x-axis in the curve settings. Then click on point 1 and scale our cylinder down as well as add roundness to it. When the mirror on X is activated, we can drag our shape to the right and it will automatically be mirrored to the other side. Keep in mind that on the other side of the mirror center, our shape will disappear, and we can actually use this for our heart shape as well. So we place the first point just a little behind the center line, and then we just need one more point. Thanks to the fading into the center, we achieve a perfect heart shape already with just 2 points. You can also use the mirror in combination with curves to form letters really quickly. Here, for example, we use a cube-based curve to form the letter A. Keep adding as many points as you need to make a smooth curve. To make the middle part then, we duplicate the curve we used for the bow of the A and delete all points apart from 1 and then start to make our bridge in the middle out of that. It's simply faster for the workflow to use what's already in position and has the right material equipped rather than getting out a new shape from scratch. Now, you might wonder, how can we move our letter since the mirror won't let us? The simple solution is to select both of our curves and bring them into a union. Now we can simply move the union as a whole, which also moves the mirror center with it. Mastering curves opens up a huge variety of methods to easily create some very dynamic forms that are quite useful. Look out for objects you see around you that can be formed using a curve, and try to recreate them with Womp. We hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and can't wait to see what you will be creating with curves. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.